Hey everybody, I'm Seth Jones, Editor-in-Chief of Landscape Management Magazine. I'm very happy to be joined by my old friend Scott Kinkead. Scott is the Executive Vice President of Turfco. And Scott, it's been some crazy times right now. First off, just talk to me about what's going on up at Turfco headquarters in Minnesota. Minnesota's had some, obviously, your governor has shut a lot of things down and there's been a lot going on. Can you give me your update?
Yeah, the things started in Minnesota. It was kind of middle of March. We were watching every day to see what the governor was saying about whether or not they were planning on closing everything down or not. But, we immediately started getting additional services and making sure that we'd be able to continue to, provide service and support and parts and shipping and all of that stuff whenever something did happen. So we were scrambling behind technology and making sure that we'd be able to provide seamless support for everybody out in the field because we're direct. And so, we're kind of designed for this, I guess, in a way, we can ship parts direct to people. You're talking directly to our service people and our sales people. So, in some ways we were already kind of ready to have to work in a world like that. But so that was, it's pretty challenging. And then when the orders came down, not knowing all the details, we decided that we would send the majority of our production staff home for a week and pay their wages, and made sure that we had service, parts, and shipping were still here, so that we can continue to provide support out in the field. And then we kind of recalibrated some things out back. And our staff really came together on creating some stuff just to minimize contact in the factory. They crafted, unfortunately, we have a laser that could quickly crank out these foot door openers, so people didn't have to touch handles or doors and things of that nature. And that's the plus side of having a manufacturing facility with prototype and engineering. So we created those, and then made sure we had enough hand sanitizers and there was enough distance, and taped off areas in the factory so people knew how to stay 6 feet apart. So I think, we've done a lot of the mitigation pieces, and we're able to bring everybody back within a week. So continue to produce product and be able to provide the support for everybody, because spring's happening, whether we like it or not, or whether coronavirus likes it or not.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure that we could keep supporting everybody.
So I've talked to a lot of our readers, and they did something similar, Scott, where they just made a decision to shut down for a week or two. How hard was that for you guys at Turfco to make a similar decision to go ahead? And I can only imagine that that was probably a long day for you guys.
Oh, it's been I think as we were talking, Seth, it's felt like a day is a week, and a week is a month, and a month is a year, because it's just so changing every day. All of us are having to watch the news report and find out what the new realities of the day is, and how do we recalibrate, how do we figure out how to keep going forward. And I think for us it was super stressful, because making sure that our staff was still employed, and that we're able to continue to employ. But we're still getting orders every day. We're busy. We're shipping out product and parts, and we've extended, we had some specials on financing and up to 15% off, and doing 0% financing that we've extended now until the end of April, because we realize that that's something we should do for our customers and for the industry, is offering ability where they can get time on their products. They don't have to pay for it right away. They have 0%. So it's been a combination of those things. We have online parts ordering, so they can order parts online. We're right now getting ready to launch a new website that will have online service tools and online tips and all that kind of stuff to support folks when they're out in the field. They might not be able to go into a location. So all that stuff will be up 24 hours.
Great. I'm happy to hear you guys are so busy. And that's the other thing too, is we've been talking to a lot of readers, and our readers are busy too. So it seems like things are really clicking along. One of the things that you always talk about, Scott, is about, efficiency with your products and efficiency with getting the crew. Your thing has always been like, hey, how do you get the most out of your crew? Now we're different challenges now, but are you still talking? What are you telling people about efficiency now?
No, you're absolutely right, Seth. I think previously it was how do we get more productive because we couldn't find staff.
Mhm.
Guys struggled finding people. Now it's productivity is crucial because, maybe you can't have two guys riding in a truck together. We've certainly heard that from customers. So I think that efficiency thing continues to be critical, and also the ease of operation is critical. Just like we created process books for all the assembly of our products because we have to be prepared for if someone gets sick and they're not, if there's some people that were in a critical area, if they have to stay home for 2 weeks, how do we keep going? And so I think that's the same way with the way we've looked at our products, like the T3100, literally a new guy could get up to speed in a day because of the focus on making it intuitive to operate, and have it sort of be that largest capacity applicator that fits through a 36-inch gate so that you can cover a wide variety of properties. Now having might not be possible to send two guys with two different types of machines out. I mean, we need to be versatile and efficient as possible. And like even the riding air fire, it might be pretty hard pressed times to send a bunch of guys out with walk-in air fires. Well, having a riding air fire that has a seed box on it, now you can increase your revenue without increasing your time on the property, and be able to, crank out yards in no time. So I think I think that productivity that we've been focused on, and also having an intuitive operation is critical in today's time. And also having all the online support and you know, don't hesitate to call us directly. You can call the 1-800-679-8201, and you're talking to service and sales guys who this is what they do on a daily basis. Last year, we celebrated 100 years of making turf maintenance equipment. And in the tough times that we're in now, I look at it and say, well, my grandfather went through the Great Depression, World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, Korean War. That's not chronologically the Great Recession, so it's like we've gone through a lot of stuff, and we'll get through this too.
We're going to get through this. You're right. We've seen a lot of different things thrown at us, so we'll see how we come out the other side even better. So, Scott, it's always great to catch up with you. Thanks for taking the time to jump on a Zoom call with me today and let us know what's going on at your facility there in Minnesota. You don't have to open the doors to us, but you're always willing to do it, and I really, really appreciate that about you guys.
Well, we appreciate everything you guys do, and we appreciate being a part of this wonderful industry. I mean, it's just a lot of really creative entrepreneurs and great businesses, and we welcome that relationship.
Very cool. Okay, Scott. Well, you guys keep up the good work. Stay safe and stay in touch.
Sounds good. Take care, guys. Take care, everybody out there. All the best.